Hello everyone, it is I, the Sagovax, and welcome back to IRL Lore. So these selections today come to us from the Chester Beatty Papyrus, and relate one of the contendings of Horus and Seth. On the backdrop of Seth having murdered Osiris, and Osiris being reconstituted into Horus, the latter then submits a series of legal challenges to Seth's usurpation. To head off these challenges, well, TLDR, Seth tries to rape Horus, but Horus is able to apparently surreptitiously jerk him off / give him a thigh job instead. So Horus then goes and shows the cum to his mom, Isis, at which she cuts off his hands and jerks him off into a pot. Then she takes Horus's cum and puts it on the lettuce that Seth would later eat for his salad. Subsequently, they meet Thoth, craftiest of the gods, who uses a spell of detect cum to see who takes the dick and is therefore ineligible to rule. Seth is confident that this will be Horus, but is surprised to learn that it is in fact him, due to the macho salad that Isis prepared for him.
Macho salad.
I think maybe, and now I'm not condoning this behavior, but maybe a previous prank taken too far like this could explain Seth's earlier murdering and dismembering Osiris. I mean, I'm just saying that something that extreme does not usually fall from the clear blue sky. Regardless, so it was written. Verily, it was so. Apparently. I love this one because it's just so insane and cartoonish that it beggars belief, like even for me. Why does she cut his hands off? Like, I look at it and I think there's no way that this story could possibly be describing anything real. ... Then I realize that thinking that would make me no different from the dweebs who believe the mainstream historiographical narrative. Clearly, this must be describing real events that I simply lack the context to understand. Now, but really though, you have to look at the medium, not just the content. This papyrus is old, certainly, but it's still orders of magnitude newer than the Sumero-Akkadian texts I look at. We are closer in time to when this document was created than Jesus was to the Sumerian authors I analyze in other videos, if that helps put it in perspective at all. Which isn't to knock this document and say it has no historical value at all, just to point out that it had a lot more opportunity for the telephone game to impact it. I really don't know. It honestly could just be some folkloric construction invented in the absence of the gods following the Sodom and Gomorrah / Mausala Parva incidents, or the myth for ritual purposes that academia likes to arbitrarily deem everything on this topic to be. It could be some telephone-gamed version of off-worlder political intrigue as we see elsewhere, now garbled into this mess of frat house behavior. Or maybe this isn't telephone-gamed at all. Maybe this is describing real events pretty much as they occurred. It seems believable to me that these people with the power, technology, seemingly infinite means, healing factor, and God knows what else to be able to get away with it, absolutely would behave in questionable ways. But that's not for me to decide. It's for you to decide what you think. So I now present to you a few selections from the Papyrus Chester Beatty.
Let's begin. Now afterward, at evening time, bed was prepared for them, and they both lay down. But during the night, Seth caused his phallus to become stiff, and inserted it between Horus's thighs. Then Horus placed his hands between his thighs and received Seth's semen. Horus went to tell his mother Isis, "Help me, Isis, my mother, come and see what Seth has done to me." And he opened his hands and let her see Seth's semen. She let out a loud shriek, seized the copper knife, cut off his hands that were equivalent. Then she fetched some fragrant ointment and applied it to Horus's phallus. She caused it to become stiff and inserted it into a pot, and he caused his semen to flow down into it. Isis at morning time went carrying the semen of Horus to the garden of Seth, and said to Seth's gardener, "What sort of vegetable is it that Seth eats here in your company?" So the gardener told her, "He doesn't eat any vegetable here in my company except lettuce." And Isis added the semen of Horus onto it. Set returned according to his daily habit, and ate the lettuce, which he regularly ate. Thereupon he became pregnant with the semen of Horus. Then, later, said Seth, "Let me be awarded the office of ruler, for as to Horus, the one who is standing trial, I have performed the labor of a male against him." Horus then took an oath by God as follows: "All that Seth has said is false. Let Seth's semen be summoned, that we may see from where it answers, and my own be summoned, that we may see from where it answers." Then Thoth, lord of script and scribe of truth for the Ennead, put his hand on Horus's shoulder and said, "Come out, you semen of Set." And it answered him, from the water in the interior of the marsh. Thoth put his hand on Seth's shoulder and said, "Come out, you semen of Horus." Then it said to him, "Where shall I come from?" Thoth said to it, "Come out from his ear." Thereupon it said to him, "Is it from his ear that I should issue forth, seeing that I am divine seed?" Then Thoth said to it, "Come out from the top of his head." And it emerged as a golden solar disk upon Seth's head. Seth became exceedingly furious and extended his hands to seize the golden solar disk. Thoth took it away from him and placed it as a crown upon his own head. And so Seth took a great oath by the god as follows: "He shall not be awarded the office." Thank you all for watching. To everyone who's made it this far, remember to like, comment, subscribe, support me on Patreon or over at my website churchoftransphobia.com. Links below. Peace.